Hey, so I'd like to welcome everyone to what I'm calling WIP Wednesday. So, WIP Wednesday, the WIP basically stands for work in progress. So, I feel that as we're going through life, we are continuing to be a work in progress. And work in progress basically means that we're still to be developed. We're an unfinished project, we're an unfinished product. So, as we continue to move forward in our lifetime, it doesn't matter what age. It doesn't matter how young. It doesn't matter how old. We should still be working to develop ourselves throughout a daily basis. So, at the course root, that's what Wig Wednesday is about. How do we go about continuing to develop ourselves? So, I like for the majority of it to be, interactive. Any questions, comments, I like to say snide remarks. Shoot them in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what what you feel like you as an individual are lacking on. It could be public speaking. That's one of mine. That's kind of why I'm doing this project, if you will. I get anxious talking in front of a video. Again, that's why I'm doing this. But this has always been something that I've had on my heart. I love to encourage. I love to motivate. Um, I love just to talk to the heart of people, heart to heart, and get to the grassroots of what makes a person tick. So TGIM's taken. People talk about TGIF. This is Whip Wednesday. So let's work at it. Work in progress, keep it moving, continue to develop as individuals. So, basically what I got today is, an intro. So I grew up in a small town, went to a small school. One thing led to another. I graduated high school, went a couple years to college. From there, or shortly after that, I entered the working world, if you will. I work in a manufacturing environment. I'm a production coordinator. What I like to say is that I lead, guide, and encourage other people to do a job. The WIP, that's where it comes from. So it's a manufacturing term. Um, you know, Raw materials come in. We process them, we produce a product, and then the end result is something that we can sell to a customer. Um, I look at as far as myself and my life, my end customer. That's Judgment Day. So when we stand in front of the Lord, whenever we pass, that is me offering, that that's the end game goal. Well done, good and faithful servant. That's what I think most people of faith, that's what we strive for. So again, just talking how we can continue to progress. We can develop. I'm a major advocate of mental training, motivation. You name it. I've probably either read about it, studied about it, or engulfed my mind and body even into it. Stress inoculation therapy. I've done it. So that's something that I continue to do. On a daily, weekly basis. So I didn't really have a whole lot to discuss or to talk about today, other than just an intro. So what's it look like? So this is maybe a little boring watch or listen to some, um, but Wednesdays, look for it. Whip Wednesday. Um, we can cut it, slice it, dice it, however you want. Again, I like for it to be interactive. If there's something that you're working on, I'll let you know what I'm working on. Right now, currently with a group of friends, a group of buddies, if you will, we're reading the book "Play the Man" by Mark Batterson, and that's about how do we play the man, better. What are we working towards? And in the same respect, how are we teaching, training, and equipping, our sons. It's talks mainly about sons, but it talks about daughters as well. but how are we teaching them, training, and equipping them, to be men, to be women, in the society in which we live in. So, I'll use a lot of sports analogies. Growing up, I loved the sport of football, so use those analogies a lot. And again, working towards our weaknesses, but yet really keying in on our strengths. People talks about weaknesses. What's your weakness? Man, if that's something I'm weak at, then what am I strong at, and how can I really hone in on that strength and really be even stronger in that strength? Again, the analogy, stay in your own lane. One of the things that I say is, if you stay in your own lane, how can you pass people? So I get it. I understand. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane method. Stay in your lane analogy, if you will. It always shows like swimmers or runners or something like that. But how can I pass them? How can I pass them if I don't get out of my lane? So how can I develop if I don't get out of my lane and experience other activities, other people? There is no self-made people. We're made from the people that we're around or centered around. So, like I said, that's basically what I got. That's the intro. I'm gonna try to keep the videos between 5 and 10 minutes. If you got any questions, comments, snide remarks, shoot them to me. Put them in the comments. Share away. If you know a son, daughter, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, male, female alike, doesn't matter the age. Try to keep it clean. Again, 5 years old, 10 years old. I have a group of teenagers that are the same age as my son, and then some even younger than that. Man, I love sending out encouraging text messages. Hey, have a great day, kill it, and do your thing. I love doing that to people. But again, we're not in this life alone. So what can we do to help and encourage people? And what energy are we bringing on a daily basis? And what influence are we exuding towards other people? So let me know what you think about the intro. Give me some feedback on maybe moving forward. Again, I'll talk about different books, different things that I'm working on in my life. Questions, shoot them out. So WIP Wednesday, look forward to it, coming out every Wednesday. And have a great day and a great rest of the week.